Boston marriage is a term that was popular in the late 1800s, early 1900s for a long-term, committed, loving relationship between two women who usually lived together. It was very accepted, and it could be everything from a true lesbian relationship to some women who just simply chose not to be married. But in a Boston marriage at this time, women could make independent decisions, and they had a much more equal partnership than were they in a marriage with men. But so it's essentially about two women in a Boston marriage, Anna and Claire. We toss into that a Scottish maid.
We have a room full of women. Our director's a woman, all of our cast, 3 women. Of course, there's Jim Mitchell, our stage manager, but he has a feminine side that we've been exploring.
It's quite an experience to be the guy listening to this play, which I have really loved.
My role that I'm playing right now is Claire. We have decided that she's probably the die-hard lesbian of the show. She's all about the love of women.
I play Anna, the older of the 2 women. It's a big stretch for me, so.
I play Catherine, the maid. She's very proud of her name, Catherine. Everyone seems to forget it. It's kind of my favorite part of the play, all the different names that they call me, trying to remember my name. Not trying to remember, they don't care what my name is.
We are performing Boston Marriage at the beautiful Webster House. It's an old schoolhouse. I believe it's on the Historic Register, and it's now 3 floors of a restaurant, event rooms, and a fabulous antique store as well.
I'm very excited. I've actually never been to the Webster House, but I do love this time period. I love all of the really uncomfortable garb, and so I'm excited to be in it's indigenous environment, I guess. I don't think that's the right use of that word.
And we're going to perform in one of the event rooms, which is essentially a drawing room. So we're performing it right there in a space very much like what we would have built if we'd built a set on a more traditional stage.
The Webster House will, I think, be the most exciting thing because it's very environmental. It's set in the period, so we're thrilled to go over there. That's going to be fun, I think.
Why did we pick the play? We picked this play because we were dead set on doing Glengarry Glen Ross. We are all certainly of a generation, and I'm not even sure it's a generational thing. All committed theater artists have a particular reverence for, or some perhaps hatred of, David Mamet. We happen to be a bunch who love David Mamet, and Glengarry Glen Ross was obviously something we could do well. So we wanted to do it. We're also a company that really has had great success from and fulfillment from a rotating rep, which is also what a lot of us did in our early days. Really, our dream would have been to have the trash-talking real estate salesman on one night and the next night go into Anna's drawing room for Boston Marriage. So when we weren't able to financially do that last summer, we stuck on track and decided to make this our January show.
I think it's beautiful in that way. You kind of have to sift through the jungle of the words to see what the women are actually saying.
It's dense, to put it bluntly.
Anybody that's done Mamet knows every word must flow into the next, every line to the next, every pause has to be distinct. Every word is specific. You can't leave anything out, just like Shakespeare.
I think we've all had a love-hate relationship with it. We loved it, we auditioned for it, and then we hated it. And now we've fought through it, and I think we're coming back to loving it again. But it is a challenge.
Every day that we work, every day that Cheryl, the other actors, and I work together, it becomes more fun. And I think that other people watching will enjoy that.
I think everyone who comes to see it will have fun with us, because they'll be too close to us not to.
The seating is going to be in the round in the drawing room, so no deeper than, there's one row and then another row behind it. You will be a fly on the wall in a wild ride of a relationship. So I think we've all secretly would like to do that.
The North Sea, miss.